They call gold and silver God's money. So if you're thinking of buying precious metals or switching your 401k to gold without a penalty, head on over to thegoldshow.com now. The link is in the description below.
Hello and welcome. Today we've got Megan and Randy, and we are going to be discussing some health benefits that we should be independent to and terpenes. Now, just before we begin, you can subscribe to our Telegram channels and to nicholasveniamin.com for my free email updates. And if you're watching this for the first time on YouTube, I will leave the link below in the description for the full interview, unless, of course, myself, Megan, and Randy can choose our words wisely to avoid the insane censorship. So, Megan and Randy, how are you, and what have you been up to? We'll go with Megan first.
Ladies first.
We're doing great. We are over in the United States, and as you know, it's been a crazy, crazy time. But right now we're just getting ready for the holidays and all the fun that brings. So we're excited.
Yeah, it's very interesting right now. Other than just talking about the health issues, with all this vaccination mandates and things that are going on in the United States, boy, the people are the backlash. And they're pushing back, Nick. And as we see, I think in the whole world is waking up to problems that we have worldwide. And I think there's going to be a happy, good ending here this next year. I think we're going to see some big changes here in the United States and around the world for the best.
Absolutely. Now, I hear that you would like to share a very special ingredient called terpenes. And I believe, Randy, you have a story as well. And so what I'll do is I'll let you guys share that with the viewers, and then we can go ahead with some questions and answers at the end. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Sounds great. I have just come through chemotherapy with a very aggressive cancer. And it was, it's called large cell aplastic lymphoma. I didn't know what a lymph node was much. I didn't know anything about really too much about cancer. It doesn't run my family, but I get this and I get it very quickly. And it was very, very aggressive. And I found out that I'm only one of 100 people in the United States with this. And so I'm being a subject of a research study. And then, and all the whole time, I knew that I was probably partly at fault with the cancer problem because I had a high sugar diet. And I want to tell people, please be careful of sugar, refined sugar, because it's like jet fuel for cancer. And I've heard that from doctors saying that before, and I can attest to it. You don't want to ravage your body with something that then they get the chemotherapy. Boy, that's really hard on you as well. But I was very fortunate because Megan and her husband William, good friends of mine, they introduced me to Q Sciences. And we talked about the terpenes, and the terpenes are, I'm going to let Megan go into it, but there's something that helped calm me. It helped my anxiety. And who doesn't have anxiety this day and age? And so I know it's helped Megan a lot in her health. And I've tried a lot of different products because you really have to have supplementation, because the food, hopefully you get an organic, and I eat pretty much everything organic. And because your body, the immune system gets compromised, you get weak, then you're open to cancers. And I think that's what happened to me. And the products that Q Sciences is offering are real value. They're a great value because they actually do what they say it's going to do. And I had no energy. Had very unclear thinking. The chemo, of course, has a lot to do with it. but these products really, really helped me, and people need to know about it. One thing and what I like about your show, which I've watched, since you've come on, is that you offer the opportunity for people to show what they have, a product that may help someone, and that's been an interesting thing because people are so used to taking a pill. They're used to taking a medication. And I was on 29 meds until 3 weeks ago. Now I'm down to 6. There's a lot of medication that will help you, but there's a lot of medication out there that it's got a lot of side effects. But Megan, I want Megan to share the products. She's really, she knows these inside and out. But I'll tell you, the products, if they say this does X, Y, Z, it does it. And I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah, and just like a little bit on my backstory, I had my oldest daughter 7 years ago, and I was diagnosed with postpartum anxiety afterwards. So the last 7 years, I've been on antidepressants. I've been on so much stuff. Like Randy said, just a handful of medications. I started this in February and have gone off of every single one of them. And it's been such a blessing for me because now I feel like I have more energy. I have the state of mind to be with my children and actually feel emotions and stuff now, which is a big deal. But this is one of the things that I'm so excited about. This is first in the market. Nobody has ever done this before. We love essential oils. I'm a mama of 4, so that's something that I've always, I've always had diffusing in the house. I love the benefits. I love the calming factor of lavender for my 4 children. But what they've done with terpenes are what we actually get from plants. So like the lavender plant, for example, the terpenes in that are what helps give you the calming feeling. So what our company has done is they have just taken those terpenes out of the plant and they put them into sunflower lipids, which makes them absorbable to our body. So we basically have this little tincture and you're going to put it under your tongue. And Nick, it's crazy. You get an instant feeling of calmness come over you. And you don't have any icky side effects. You don't have any of the, side effects, byproducts of a lot of the other stuff that we're taking these days. But we have one that's called Chill. It's going to help you kind of calm. For a mother of 4, I need that. And there's also something called Comfort that we have, and it's for pain. So instead of people using these really high dose pain medicines out there, people have found such good results from the Comfort that we have. So I'm super excited about this product. I think it's going to change many lives because it's already changed both of our lives. So.
Yeah, I was on a good bit of pain medicine because this cancer was just terrible. I would scream and scream. My wife, she thought she lost me, and I thought I was gone. And so I'm thankful every day for a new day, and for my family and friends and the dear Lord. And this product that I tried that, and my wife. I was getting better. And I says, gosh, this is really calming. She goes, give him another bottle, give him another bottle. But it is truly, it's a benefit because it's healthy and it's natural. And what's happened over the years, I have an aunt who for all her life has been trying to say, you got to go natural, go natural, go natural. And I'm seeing things, I think, going full circle. Tinctures used to be in the old days with different herbs and plants and flowers and things that they would find that would help you. They're doing it now, and they're doing it in a very scientific process, and the products work. And like I said, Megan said, we're first to the market with this. This is going to be a multi-billion-dollar product. That's going to be a multi-billion-dollar product. Right. And this company, didn't you say, Megan, Q Sciences is in fact the fastest growing health sciences product company in the world?
Yes, because of the innovation, which is really exciting.
Interesting. So, Randy, I want to ask you. So, you're saying that you've taken terpenes, and you're saying that you felt you've experienced this to help you with to battle your cancer. Is that correct?
That is correct. What happened before it first came out? Megan had some samples, and I took a sample of it, and you put it on your tongue, and I was like, oh, and it didn't taste really bad. And that's the real nice thing about the products; they don't taste like
plants.
Yeah. I mean, some of the stuff tastes horrible that you get from different places, and so I put some on my tongue, and I was like, whoa, I could feel it. It felt just very calming and very, oh, thank you, Lord. And it was like, I didn't have to take a pain pill. I've gotten off the pain pills. So that should speak volumes with something like this, because the company is very innovative. And they have a scientist, a doctor, who he goes through the science, and he has, they make sure that everything works properly. People are, it helps them. And that's the whole purpose of the company being founded, is that to help people with your health, your physical health, and then also can also help with financial, because you can sell this if you like, you can market it. And it's very, very, what do you say?
It's innovative. It's exciting in this day and age. One thing that I've really learned since joining this health and wellness movement is what I like to call it. With the pandemic coming on, a lot of people have really taken it upon themselves to research more instead of just getting fed information. People are actually looking at research. And one thing that I love about this is that, instead of people marketing to you that something is effective and it's going to work, that's just marketing. You can say whatever you want to say, and just sell something. This company, our chief science officer, he is very, he stands behind effective dose. So an example of that would be these 1-a-day vitamins that people take, men's 1 a day or women's 1 a day. They market that. This stuff is going to help you. Just take one capsule a day and you're going to be good. He knows that that's not an effective dose, and people are not feeling anything from that. You're not getting the amount of nutrition you need a day. You're not getting the amount of vitamins. You're not getting any of that stuff. You're just buying it because of the marketing of it. So we actually have nutritionals that help fill in those gaps, but the effective dose of that is, a handful of capsules a day. And he knows that that's not going to sell itself, because it's not a one and done type thing. It's not a quick fix, if you will. But that's one thing I love about this company, is that they are so behind effective dose, and that their customers, if they're spending money, they're going to get their money's worth. And it's not just based on marketing and we're just going to make money. They want people to feel better. So.
Yeah. And because, and the other thing, I'll be quite honest with you, Nicholas, is that, I have learned so much. And when I went to the Gibbs Cancer Center here in Spartanburg, the place is always packed. There's just so many people. And my hematologist is always covered up. And I told my wife, I said, why is this? All these people have cancers. I have all different kinds of cancers. And there's so many different cancers that the doctors are specializing in them. And, you've got to... supplements or food products, you need to have a well-balanced food, whole food. Because quite frankly, I would go to the junk food lane, get in line at McDonald's or whatever. Stop going to all these places. That's got to be a big help. And I'm really really tired of seeing what I'm seeing with big pharma. And I know the side effects of different drugs I've taken that have been worse than the problem, and especially like cholesterol. The side effects are just horrible.
I like to say you're trading one sword for another.
Yeah.
In that aspect.
Yeah. So we're trying to educate people, and Megan's right. Do your research, and shows like yours. And I'm serious. Like I said, I've been watching you for a very long time. And you're all about do the research and learn. And I have learned a lot because I have problem with insomnia. Now we got a spray. This is really interesting. It's a sleep spray, and it tastes really good. And you spray it under your tongue, and it just calms you down, and it will help you to sleep. It's not a drug. It's not a drug at all, and it's very effective. It's very effective. And that was one thing. I would get some kind of medication and take it, and I'd have a hangover, something awful, and just groggy, and it would be really bad. But
yeah, this is what it's our number one seller. It's just like a little sleep spray.
Right, guys, let me ask you, how would you compare this to a CBD oil?
So we actually have CBD oil. That's one of our other products that we have, which is really the benefit of our CBD oil is that it's water soluble. So most of the CBD oils on the market are not water soluble. So have you ever, I'm sure as a kid, you might have been playing in the kitchen and you had your mom's oil and you had water and you put them together, they're going to separate because oil doesn't absorb into water. The same thing that I was telling you about earlier with the terpenes, that they've encapsulated that into a sunflower lipid to make it absorbable in your body is what we use in our CBD oil. So you're getting 100% absorption rate compared to a typical CBD oil on the market. You're getting about 10 to 15%. So just think of that in monetary aspect. You're not getting, you're getting 10% of what you paid for compared to 100%. Personally, I feel like the terpenes work better than a CBD oil. That's just my experience.
I agree. I agree.
I think that they are more targeted. I think CBD is great for your body in general. I think if you have, any type of inflammation, if you have pain, if you have aches, if you can't sleep well at night, any of that stuff, CBD is going to be great for you. But if you need something that's instantaneous and it's targeted, I think the terpenes are going to work much better.
Right. Randy, let me ask you, you said that you've taken 29 meds.
Yes.
You was on 29 meds. Which ones did you stop because of terpenes? And also, please tell us, how did it help you with your cancer?
Well, it's helped me because it's helped me cope with the anxiety. The anxiety level of having cancer is just tremendous. Plus pain. You have this lymphoma. It affected all my lymph nodes around my body, and they were all swollen, and they were very painful. This helped to bring back more sense of calmness and of my body being back more in a natural state. And I was taking prednisone. Oh, prednisone, if you're familiar with it, it is for inflammation. And it's a
steroid, right?
It's a steroid.
Yeah.
I was taking 100 milligrams a day.
Wow.
For a person to have that's unbelievable. And I had to have it through my cancer chemo as part of the protocol. But then I had other ones. And then I was taking the pharmaceuticals, and I had anxiety pills. I had, I just had a whole host of, and then water pills, just pain pills, water pills. And then they keep throwing, the more you get, oh, well, take this pill, take this pill. And I have a wonderful, my doctors are really great. And the nice thing about it is they believe and they listen and they believe in this, because my primary doctor sells a lot of natural products.
Right.
And also I was taking honey, and honey is very valuable as well. And so my body was revolting. It just was saying, you got to do something different. And then the chemo, every time I got a chemo treatment every 3 weeks, I would have a different reaction. I'd get sick. I'd have different problems. It made me very, 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 very weak. I couldn't hardly walk. I had to have a walker. I'm in physical therapy, and I'm just now able to walk, probably a quarter of a mile with my PT instructor. And it's been real hard work. But the other products, some of the other Q-Core, its supplements in probiotics, big, big, big. And I've learned that everybody talks about inflammation. You got inflammation, that's problems. And when you got inflammation, you got all kinds of whole host of opportunity to have cancer. Plus, I have iron overload, which was even complicated because cancer must have a good source of iron to survive. Well, I had a lot of iron built up because I had been sick, and they have been taking what they call therapeutic phlebotomies, taking my blood, draining my blood actually, and it had built up a lot of iron, and I think that's the cancer just went crazy on it. And
so how quickly did you feel the effects of terpenes benefit you?
Oh, immediately.
But when you say immediately, I mean, is that a week? Is that a month? What do you mean?
Oh, you could feel the effects, like the calming effects immediately. But then you start taking, you take it on a regular basis. Then not even within a week. It was.
So we have
really
another
amazing.
product called Q-Core that I think is very valuable in his recovery. It's what he was mentioning. It has your nutritional values that you need a day. So if you had a private chef that came in and cooked everything healthy, organic, all your greens and stuff, you still wouldn't meet the amount of nutrition that you need a day. So this stuff is going to help fill those gaps in. It has the probiotic, like he was talking about, and it also has an inflammation reducer in it. So I think that product, that's my main go-to product, especially for stuff, a cancer or, any other type of disease or something. That's my main go-to. So he started on that as well. And I think that's beneficial to his recovery too.
Yeah. And see, also I got a rare autoimmune, and that's how we found my cancer. And it's basically, it's a long name, but basically, what it is that it's a dermatological problem, and then also a problem with my trunk. I couldn't raise my arms, my legs. I was in excruciating pain. And those products, what Megan was saying, and the terpenes, that really helped me initially. But I had to get rid of the cancer when we found that. And so, it's been an interesting experience. I'd stay up late and watch, research information and find what foods to eat, what not to eat, what causes inflammation. Everything is around inflammation and your immune system and your gut health. Gut health is huge. And one of the things that I've heard for years is leaky gut. If you have a leaky gut, well, I'll tell you what, leaky gut causes all kinds of medical problems. And this helps resolve that situation. It helps to improve and in my situation, it has just helped me tremendously. I mean, I'm gone from a scale of 1 to 10. I've gone from a 2 to a 9.
Right. Excellent. Well, Megan and Randy, thank you very much. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to the viewers before we finish? Megan, we go first with you.
Yeah, sure. So I think that our health is, we only have one body. We've got to take care of it. Our health is so important, especially in today's, time with the whole pandemic, with big pharma at our doors. I think it's very important for your viewers, your listeners to research, take care of themselves. Look at, if it's not our products, look at other products. Take care of your body. Make sure you're getting the stuff that you need from a day-to-day basis. I think that will help with the fear that's going on too. If you know that you're taking care of your body and that your body's in the best health it needs to be in, it's going to take that fear level down as well.
Absolutely. And I think also is don't take face value what anybody tells you. Find out yourself. I've had a long history of problems with iron overload, with all, genetic problems with blood clots and with the cancer. I have learned the hard way. You have got to say no, ask tons of questions. Don't be afraid. And all doctors, there's so much out there that is not, they can't learn it all. So if you get a good doctor that listens to you And then if you have a doctor that believes in good nourishment, in supplementation, you can't get around it. You got to have it. And then, and be there to listen for you. That's been the support. That's a huge thing. So people just, and if people have questions or information, touch, and with one of the links,
Sure.
and we'll be there to help any way we can.
Yeah.
Sure. I'd happily share a link below so that people can have a look at terpenes and read more about it. And if they have any questions, they can ask you as well. But Megan and Randy, thank you very much. And we'll speak to you very soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Nicholas. Appreciate it.